on our patriotic roots, even though we are blessed every day by those who have come before us, who have fought for our freedoms. But July 4th, it is tradition. It is fireworks, it is music, it is community, and there is no greater place to celebrate. Although I'll tell you, my hometown back in Central Texas was a great place, and I know yours was too, wherever you're from. But there is no greater place to celebrate our nation's birthday than right here in Houston, Texas. So thank you all for being here. I want to also thank our sponsors, and I want to introduce the best mayor. If you're an events person, if you're an events producer, you want this man who is supporting you, because throughout his career as mayor, and so much before then too, as state rep and just as a Houstonian, a native Houstonian, he has loved events because he sees the importance of civic celebration. And Mayor, I just want to thank you again. Every time I get a mic, I will, because I am so honored that you're my mayor and that you love civic events. Please welcome Mayor Sylvester Turner.
Thank you. Let me thank Susan. She gave those lines just like we rehearsed them last night. So, I appreciate that. And look, she's been very gracious and kind, but you know, she is the queen of special events, and her team simply does a fantastic job. So from the beginning, give it up to special events, okay? Look, I am so happy to be with you here to speak about Houston's official Independence Day celebration and one of my favorite events, Shell Freedom Over Texas. And as a native Houstonian, it's an opportunity to bring families together to relax, have fun, dance a little bit, sing, and celebrate Houston and the freedoms we all enjoy. And as your mayor, this civic event holds a special place in my heart as we celebrate 36 years of providing a fun and safe place to enjoy the patriotic event. And as an American and public servant, we join our brothers and sisters across Texas and the nation in unity to celebrate our freedom, our commonalities, our differences, our cultures, our beliefs, hopes, and dreams, and our faith in our human spirit. And we are committed to provide a fun and patriotic celebration, reflective of the diversity and strength of our city, and one that celebrates the ideas of our founding fathers. And I'm proud to celebrate our nation's birthday with you. I can recall before I became mayor, before I became state representative, you know, we would drive up on I-45 and park, you know, on the shoulder of I-45, along with a whole lot of other people, just to catch the fireworks. So it is a day that all of us look forward to. And we could not stage this enormously successful civic event without funding from our major sponsors, and I'm honored to stand with them. Give it up to all the sponsors already. Yes. I'm gonna throw a lot of syrup on them because we appreciate them and we need them, and we couldn't not be pulling this event out without them. Glenn, I want to personally thank you and Shell USA for continuing to support this event as the title sponsor. Your commitment means that people are able to have a fun and meaningful experience while celebrating the freedoms that we all enjoy. And I'm also thankful to our anchor sponsors for their support, Emmett, Mary, and Nathan. Nathan is up here. Nathan, thank you for your continued partnership with the Dr. Pepper Flavor Zone. And we'll get a little bit of taste of that, you know, later on. And they'll be providing that all day to the mayor's office. Do you know what Dr. Pepper and I have in common? We were both born right here in the state of Texas. Yeah. Yes. And over the years, I've played the dashboard and tambourine on the Dr. Pepper stage. You know, I've line danced a little bit. And this year, with it being my final year as mayor, I know you want to hear me sing, you know, so I can't wait to hear you all announce the entertainment. Bud Light and Silver Eagle Distributors, Houston. Give it up to them. Now dig this. Bud Light and Silver Eagle Distributors have been with us since the very, very beginning, 36 years ago. I'm gonna drink a Bud on that when later on today, you know. So we can't do it without them, but they were here with us from the beginning, and that shows you their commitment to the city of Houston and to civic events. And I appreciate it. I've been mayor for 8 years, but they were doing this way before. You know, I became mayor from the very beginning. So thank you. Camilo, the Bud Light Bayou Bash Zone is always a huge attraction. Patrons of this area have the good fortune of having the best seats for the main stage and fireworks finale. So Camilo want to thank them for their commitment to this event. And we wouldn't be here without your corporate commitment and all of the fun you provide in your zone. So thank you for supporting so many events in our city. And now to our new anchor sponsors, Dick's Sporting Goods. They are new. They came on board. Can't thank them enough. No, of course, you know, no pressure, Clayton. But you have just heard me say that Bud's been with us for 36 years. You know, and so I want to thank Dick's Sporting Goods for their commitment. You know, and they will be trying to catch up with Bud. So we are so happy to welcome you to the fold of sponsors for this amazing event and for your commitment to Houston's families with your sponsorship of Dick's Sporting Goods All-Americans Kids Zone. Look, there are so many other sponsors who help to make this civic event possible, including McDonald's Houston, Regal Cinema, Flight Club, Southwest Airlines, ELI Marketing, and Houston Civic Events. The television producer is ABC 13. The official radio sponsor is Cox Media Group. The print partner, I want to welcome back the Houston Chronicle. Yes. The official hotel sponsor is the White Hall. And the community beneficiary, of course, is the Houston Food Bank. And this is an entity that has fed so many people during COVID and even beyond, and are feeding kids right now. So I'm grateful for your sponsorships of America's celebration, and I'm honored by your partnership with the city of Houston. And let me just say, the city of Houston, the municipality itself, cannot do these things by yourself. Collaboration and partnerships. And quite frankly, if you want an excellent production, is simply cost. Because in our city, you don't want to just put anything out. If it carries the Houston's name, we want it to be representative of the great city. And in order for that to happen, we need people like you. So I very much appreciate each of you, and I mean that with all sincerity. And so now it is my pleasure to introduce our title sponsor, Glenn Wright, with Shell. And look, he's the Senior Vice President, Renewables and Energy Solutions America for Shell USA to offer remarks. And as they come, they're the title sponsor here. But when you look back at our Resilient Houston plan, the first, after Tax Day flood, Hurricane Harvey, Tropical Storm Imelda, it was time for us to really focus on building a stronger, resilient, and sustainable future. It was Shell who stepped up and underwrote our Resilient Houston plan. So this is not the only thing they have done. In terms of resilience, they've been there, and it's just ironic that Glenn is the Senior Vice President of Renewables and Energy Solutions America for Shell USA, and we really appreciate you. So Glenn, come forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. At Shell, we are excited to return as title sponsor for Shell Freedom Over Texas to honor the city and to celebrate the 4th of July with this community. Nearly 250 years ago, a group of people came together to officially vow to create a better place, a new nation, where people could be safe and heard, a place for progress. Today, we are grateful to be a part of a community that continues to work together to find better ways for everybody to move forward. Houston is our home, where more than 7,000 of our colleagues and friends live and work. We are honored to support our community through the partnership as well as the programs and initiatives that allow us together to be a part of moving everybody forward, from education and workforce development to environmental efforts. For example, our partnership with the Houston Dynamo and Dash and Futbolito in the city. This year's event reminds us how special it is to come together as a community, to enjoy the live music, food, and fun with friends and family. Finally, to help us celebrate that progress, I'm pleased to announce the headliner and talent for the 2023 Shell Freedom Over Texas. This year, we are excited to announce Chris Young as headliner with special guests, Yola, and TMF, formerly of Maze, featuring Frankie Beverly. And the opening act this year will be the Keisha Pratt Band. She's sure to get the party started. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. We so appreciate all that Shell does, and you're, you know, when you think of volunteers, one of the first company that you will think of, because of those yellow shirts, you know, it's Shell. So the mayor mentioned how much you do and how much you've done for decades for this city, and we greatly appreciate you. Now, as you know, Dr. Pepper, native Texan it is, right? Well, I grew up in Central Texas, so Dr. Pepper was my soda of choice, Mayor, and I had with my grandmother, Christian, Jewel Christian was her name. She would make us Dr. Pepper floats every time we went to visit, and that was often. Please welcome our Dr. Pepper Zone sponsor to announce the talent on that stage. His name is Nathan Sanchez, and he is the immediate consumption manager for Dr. Pepper.
Thank you. Awesome. Well, everyone at KHOU Dr. Pepper is very excited to go on our 10th year partnering with Shell Freedom Over Texas and the city of Houston. So I just wanted to thank you, Mayor Turner, for your leadership to the city and making every year a successful event. I appreciate that. This year's been a really big year for Dr. Pepper with the launch of our new Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream, and they're going to be sampling here for you.
Okay.
And we're proud to announce that you'll be able to taste this flavor at the event as well. So this summer, consumers will have a chance to earn Dr. Pepper perks while enjoying their delicious Dr. Pepper. So we invite you to celebrate Independence Day in our Dr. Pepper flavor zone while we'll be sampling an assortment of beverages. So also hot off the press, KDP has 2 new exclusive partners. We'd like to announce the Mattress Mac and Gallery Furniture as one of our exclusive partners, and then Mr. Bumby himself and the Trill Burgers, brick and mortar stores. Got a few of our partners here, so we'll be serving Dr. Pepper there as well. So lastly, don't forget to head to your local grocery store. You may have seen some advertising, some publicity about it, but we now have Bluebell flavored Dr. Pepper float, and we've got samples for you as well. Thank you very much.
All right, Nathan. All right.
Nathan, we really appreciate you bringing gallons to hand out to everyone.
No worries.
No, not
We'll
today.
look you up.
So when we were meeting with Mary and Nathan to review their zone, the very first thing that they said was, well, you know, Susan, it's 2023, and we have 23 flavors. So we're going to be the flavor zone this year. So I thought that was great, way fun, and Dr. Pepper is just really a terrific company, and we appreciate y'all's friendship. I want to now welcome, Mayor, I really believe that we're cousins with this new sponsor of ours, because I spend so much money because of the boys. New cleats, new tennis shoes, new baseball stuff. I tell you, I'm a sponsor of them, I think. But anyway, we are thrilled, as the mayor mentioned. The ink's not even dry on this contract. But let me tell you, the All-American Kids Zone, it is going to be wild this year. And Dick's Sporting Goods, they've already designed their stage banners, Mayor. That was on Thursday. Well, we just nailed them on Thursday, right? They just said yes. And then they said, this is what we want our stage banners to look like. And we're like, okay, you want to design another banner? I mean, we can, So we already just adore them. They're a great company here in Houston. Please welcome Clayton Barnes, the Executive Director for Dick's Sporting Goods House of Sport.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Clayton.
I'm beyond excited to be here today with you. I could not be more thrilled to be here today on behalf of Dick's Sporting Goods to announce our sponsorship of the All-American Kids Zone as part of Houston's official 4th of July celebration. We can't wait to see all the families at the Dick's Sporting Goods Kids Zone with the interactive photo booth, games, giveaways, and fun for the entire family. And then I hope to see everyone a few days later when we celebrate the grand opening of the Dick's Sporting Goods House of Sport in Katy and Baybrook. I look forward to seeing everyone on the 4th of July and having a great event. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Clayton.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And what you will experience when you get out on site is kids crying. And you're like, well, why are kids going to cry in my zone, right? It's because their parents are trying to drag them out to go see another zone. That's why they will be happy until they're asked to come on and let's go see something else. But a great event for kids and the entire family. So please visit the Dick's Sporting Goods All-American Kids Zone. This next sponsor, they sponsor every event, it seems like, in Houston and actually in the entire region. They are a company, Silver Eagle Distributors, who understands the importance of civic events, of celebrating. And they have been not only a great sponsor, but they are family to us in special events. So please welcome Camilo Rojas. He's Vice President of Marketing, Bud Light, and Silver Eagle Distributors. Say that 10 times. I bet you could do it.
Bud Light.
Yeah.
That's easier. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
Gosh, we are beyond honored. 36 years. 36 years. That means you and I were like 21 when we started sponsoring this event, right?
Yeah.
And one more thing. You have been incredibly supportive. You and your team are amazing. And I just wanted to thank you personally on behalf of Silver Eagle for the last 8 years. And we look forward to another, hopefully 50, 60, whatever you do, just give us a call. We'll support you. He mentioned the Bud Light Beer Garden. Absolutely the best place to enjoy fireworks, food, music, fun, volleyball, whatever you want to do out there. But new this year, just got it out of the factory, is a brand new Bud Light camouflage bottle to support the Folds of Honor Foundation. Folds of Honor Foundation is a nonprofit that provides scholarships for military families who have had family members either killed or wounded in action. Oh, wow. What could be more patriotic than that? Amen. So we hope to see you on July 4th. The purchases of these bottles will benefit directly into the Folds of Honor. Again, thank you for your support.
Thank you.
Susan, thank you for having us again, and we'll see you there.
Thank you. Thank you. Is that right?
That's sort of a wrap. Let's introduce the...
Look, give it up again to all of these sponsors. Really appreciate them. And Glenn, I forgot to mention with Shell that our back to school program that we have in August. Shell is the sponsor of that event and has been for a number of years, and that's helping out about 25,000 of our kids. And it's not even just about the money from Shell. The volunteers that come every single year, and that's helping our kids. So a great deal of thanks to Shell. Look, you can't do these events without the support of people who are out there to make sure that we're safe. Okay, we're celebrating Shell Freedom Over Texas, and at the same time, we want thousands and thousands of people to come, and there will be probably about 50,000 people or more at all of these different zones, and we were wanting people to come into the downtown area, and we want people to be safe, and then of course July. Average temperature in Houston in July is somewhere around 80, 85, After 8 p.m., So, we don't want people to get, overly, dehydrated and anything. But in case, we have HPD, Houston Police Department, and we have the Houston Fire Department. And these are two critical organizations that step up. And then when other people, for example, are enjoying, they're out there protecting and being guardians of the people who come. So let me bring up Chief Slinkert first, and the Chief Mayor will come up for the Houston Fire Department and speak from their perspective. So first, Chief Slinkert, representing the Houston Police Department.
Thank you, Mayor. So, good morning, everyone. On behalf of Chief of Police Troy Fenner and the entire Houston Police Department, let me just say we're excited once again to be out there for public safety support for the Freedom Over Texas. Thank you to all the sponsors. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Susan. We work very closely every single day at the Houston Police Department with the Mayor's Office of Special Events to make sure that we are planning accordingly for all public safety aspects of large events. We're just coming off a very successful rodeo this year and coming off a hugely successful NCAA Final Four. And so we've had plenty of practice in the past and plenty of practice this year already to make sure that we keep everybody safe in a large event like this. One of the things that we will do a little closer to the event, be watching our social media platforms, ourselves, OEM, the Mayor's Office of Public Safety and Homeland Security, and also our partners at the Fire Department. Be watching all social media platforms for information on traffic, on mobility issues. Expect some closures along the Allen Parkway corridor close to the event. Be anticipating that, and just look ahead, right? Several days before you decide to bring the family down and come, look ahead and be prepared on how you're going to get there. Make sure that you're hydrating, of course, before the event, and come out and enjoy. Like the mayor said, this is a special day in the city of Houston. It always is, and what a day to celebrate our beliefs, our hopes, and our dreams, and our nation, and celebrate it in Houston, Texas style. And we do it like nobody else, and this is a great, safe environment for you to come and bring the children to enjoy a fireworks show. We will ask, like I always do when you come, pack your pride for this city, your pride for our nation. Pack your patience. It's a family day. Let's treat it as such and enjoy one another and enjoy one another's company. If you see something, say something. Public safety is the responsibility of everyone. So let's make sure that we help each other be good public safety partners. The Houston Police Department will be out there with plenty of resources, both seen and unseen, to secure this event. And Mayor, we look forward to it. With that, I'll turn it over to my colleague, my friend, and my partner in public safety, Chief Meir with the Houston Fire Department.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Fire Chief Pena, I'd like to say thank you for your attendance today and for your interest in the events on 4th of July. I'd also like to extend a thanks to our sponsors. Without you, these type of events would not be possible. And for the leadership of the mayor and Susan with special events, because we're thankful for their interest in keeping Houston a great prime location to host such events. And we welcome everyone to our community. And we're going to be out in full support to provide for public safety. And we'd also like to thank all of our citizens and guests here in the city of Houston who are always great patrons to such events. And you too are a public safety partner. Be mindful, be alert of the heat, Come hydrated, remain hydrated, look out for each other, see something, say something, and we'll be there to support your good time here during 4th of July. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Okay, that's for our sponsors and the presentation. Before we throw it open, if there are any questions, the only thing that I would say is that oftentimes you don't appreciate your freedom until it's gone. And as I was standing there, I was thinking about the people in Ukraine that are fighting for their freedom. And then in our country, so many people have fought for our freedom in order for us to be able to stand on this stage and do what we do. So let's come out and have a party, but let's realize it is a party with a thankful purpose. And a lot of people have paid the ultimate price for us to do it. So come Shell Freedom Over Texas, 4th of July, come out. I'm hoping we'll have one of the largest crowds that we have ever had in the city of Houston. So come and enjoy. With that, are there any questions from anyone?
Does anybody need tickets, or do you just come and it's all free?
It is not. We'd have too many people, Bob. So, yeah, of course, July 4th is on a Tuesday. Gates open at 4 o'clock. You can go online right now, specialevents.org, or also Freedom Over Texas. So go online, purchase tickets for $10. Children 5 and under are always free. And we have 5 entertainment zones, great fireworks show. It's remarkable. I know all of you media have that in your fact sheets as well. Are there any other questions?
What security measures will be implemented
Security measures? Yeah, we've been very successful, and because of this man right here and his team.
No, thank you for your question. So like I've said many times, for large events like this, we have several areas that we focus on, right? And we try to mitigate any threats. We try to mitigate anything and be proactive in our public safety response. With that, we're going to be focused heavily on traffic and mobility for the first part. You need to get people in. You need to get people in safely. Then we're going to work with all of our public safety partners, namely the Houston Fire Department, to make sure that we have the necessary medical response if needed, right? For issues, maybe some minor injuries or maybe some hydration issues, maybe people not feeling well. And so that's also part of our public the Office of Emergency Management, Director Bunick over Public Safety and Homeland Security, to make sure that we're monitoring issues around the event, right? To make sure that we are getting ahead of any potential threat. I will tell you, we have no threat as of right now for this event. This is set to be a family event, fun event, and it always goes very well in the city of Houston. We will also have resources out there, public safety, and I've said this many times, that you will not see. We will have resources and officers out there among the crowd and around the crowd to make sure that we are looking for anything that is nefarious or out of the ordinary, or anybody who would want to commit a criminal act on a wonderful Freedom Over Texas Family Day. And so we'll have plenty of resources out there handling many different areas of public safety and security as we always do. I won't speak about specifics in number and staffing, and I won't speak about tactics. Those are things that we need to keep our plans to some degree as it relates to public safety with us in the police department to make sure that we're doing our very best for the public. But I will remind you one more time, we do large events in this city all the time very well, and Susan has said it many times, and I think one of the things that marks our success from the public safety arena is that it is one voice, one team. It is one voice, one team when it comes to public safety. The Houston Fire Department, the Houston Police Department, Public Works, other agencies in our region, in our city, local, state, federal, we all work seamlessly together, and also with the Mayor's Office of Special Events on a daily basis to make sure that we're working in the same direction for safety and security. Thank you.
Just remember that the fireworks are at the Freedom Over Texas and not in your neighborhood. All right?
Yes.
Let me just say that now. Not in the city of Houston neighborhoods, okay? So no fireworks in that sense are not allowed, okay? So come and watch them. Don't do them yourselves in your neighborhood. Celebratory gunfire, not allowed. So let me just say that. And this event is on a Tuesday, right?
Yes, sir.
You still have to come to work on Monday, okay? So, and then we'll celebrate on Tuesday. Yeah, Monday is Tuesday, work on Monday. and then go back to work on Wednesday. What a beautiful time. I mean, all right, having said all that, thank you all again. Shell, thank you. Dick's Sporting Goods, thank you. Bud Light, thank you for 36 years. So really appreciate them and honor them for that. Can't thank them enough. Dr. Pepper, I make my own ice cream. I use your Dr. Pepper for the flavor. So thank you so very, very much. Okay, Susan?
I think that's it, but we want to do a photograph. So, many photos. Can you help us out, Carlos? Okay.
We say goodbye, see you around. Oh, yeah. We turn our backs, then turn back around. We break up, we make up, and we make love. We can't seem to let go, girl, so I'm coming